Namaskar, this is Akhilesh Bhargava. Welcome to Tit-Bits on Business and Finance with me. The stock markets are in a state of boom. They say there's a robust rally going on, even though we feel it's an irrational euphoria. Let's keep that aside. But yesterday, the Sensex, the top index of the Bombay Stock Exchange, went up by 1400 points in a single day. That was the single highest increase ever in a day in the last 10 years. Such has been the euphoria. It's like the stock market prices are riding a rocket. Even the Nifty went up to a record high yesterday. And the increase in prices has been across the board. It is said that for every one share whose price went down, the prices of 3 other shares shot up yesterday. The items which were popular, those shares which were in demand, were surprisingly those of banks and NBFCs, sectors which are in a crisis at the moment according to us. And not surprisingly, the maximum increase was probably in the shares of Adani Enterprises Limited. A jump of 27% in the share price of Adani in a single day. The expectation of the market is that if, as per the exit polls, the BJP, the NDA and Mr. Modi comes back, it would be good for this particular group. The increase in prices thus was in the large caps, mid caps, small caps and even in the penny stocks. It was not just Indian investors who bought these shares, it was also foreign investors who were said to have pumped in 2000 crores in the Indian stock markets yesterday on expectations of a continued rally. The reasons why the market has reacted so favorably to these exit poll results, which might not materialize or they might materialize, that would be known only on the 23rd of May. But the reasons are that the political uncertainty would end if the BJP comes back to power. The markets prefer continuity, the markets do not like uncertainty. And this exit poll actually allays those fears. It also ensures, as per the exit poll, that no fractious coalition would come back. That kind of a coalition where India's policy making would be a big question mark. So the first has been political reasons. The second has been economic reasons, but those according to us are mere expectations. It is expected that when the new government comes in, they would tackle the NBFC and the banking crisis such that there would be enough liquidity in the system. That is just a hope. It's also said that with the new government coming in, the RBI would continue cutting interest rates and that would ensure that the economy looks up. These are just expectations and these are just being proffered because there is a mood of looking at the upside and not the downside. And to us, the downside is quite a bit. The downside has to do with the state of the economy and the state of corporate profits. Corporate profits have fallen. Demand for goods has fallen. Consumer spending has gone down, even in sectors like automobiles, two-wheelers, white goods, etc. The overall state of corporates is one of lack of confidence in the economy, and that is why fresh investments has come to an almost all-time low. All corporates are waiting and watching. The fiscal deficit will now start looking up as we realize that tax collections are not up the mark. Household income continues to dip. Unemployment is as high as it was. Rural stress remains. Agri sector continues to be in trying and dying need of urgent reform measures. And most importantly, the overall growth in the economy has been receding. These kind of conditions of the economy do not justify the boom in the stock market, but the boom is there and it is expected to continue. To us, it looks like an irrational boom, which very soon we might realize that it was. Because once the new government comes to power, one will realize that all these issues still remain. And moreover, there are a couple of external issues which will only aggravate the state of the economy and the challenges for the new government. And those have to do with the oil price rise and a huge question mark on where is the US-China trade war going to lead the world to? How much of an impact will it have on the global economy and on the Indian economy? So at the moment, the market is oblivious of all this. The market is also oblivious, or rather very consciously ignoring the fact that this particular government has not delivered much on the economic front. There have been too many failures, and despite that, there is hope in the market that when the new government, the very same government comes to power, everything will get improved and rectified. That is a huge hope, and that is no strategy, but that is what is driving the market today. Interestingly, one news which have been circulating around has been that it is the Satta market, it is the speculators in the stock market who have actually funded the exit polls to show this kind of a rosy result, showing that the BJP is coming back with huge numbers, only to ensure that there is a boom in the market and that these Satta operators, these powerful Satta operators will exit later on at a huge price. We think that is just a figment of imagination. The media or the exit polls cannot be bought in the manner that they are talking. It only shows the prevailing mood in the country at the moment, where if you have any kind of an extraordinary event, the public would want to believe, oh, somebody would have bought it or paid for it or influenced it. This kind of a thinking that these Satta operators have come out with the exit polls is just a thinking which is completely contrary to the facts of the case. The reality is that these speculators have been looking for an excuse to shoot up the market. This rally needed an excuse, and the excuse was the Modi government coming back. This very market later on will look out for an excuse for the market to come down. And to us, those two excuses or those two events would be, as soon as the government comes to power, an increase in petrol product prices is imminent. Inflation will look up, and at that point of time, the market will say, oh, things don't look so good, and you can expect a correction. And that correction in prices, for all you know, might just happen in June itself. In the meanwhile, while we talk this, the expectation, or we are presuming that the exit polls are right, and if the exit polls turn out to be otherwise, and the present government does not come back in the manner the exit polls are predicting, expect a collapse in the prices. That is what we think would be logical. But this market is beyond logic, and we really wouldn't know how would it react. Would it be just a correction, or would it be a collapse? This is Akhilesh Bhargava signing off till we meet again. Namaskar.
HW News Network today is a year and a half old. Thanks to your support, thanks to your love, we've grown. We require your support a little more. What we request you to do is to download our free app. Our app is in Hindi, English and Marathi. We promise to update you with the latest news, views, analysis, interview. We also have a live TV going in that. If you download our app, we will get advertisers. And if we get advertisers, we'll get revenue. We get revenue, we can serve you better. So once again, please do support us. Please download our app. Namaskar.
If you like this video, please share it, and we would love to hear your comments in the comments section down here. Also, please do like our Facebook page and follow us on Twitter to get minute-to-minute news updates. For more such shows and videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Namaskar, this is Amitabh Bachchan. In India, 195.5 million people are insufficiently nourished. That's almost 14.8% of our population. It has been estimated that 1.4 tons of food goes waste every year against each hungry Indian. To help solve this issue, former Commissioner of Police D. Sivanandan has started the Roti Bank Foundation. If you have extra food during a celebration or a function, dial 86-555-80001 and Roti Bank will ensure the food doesn't go waste. They will make sure that the food reaches those who need it the most. It will allow those less fortunate ones to celebrate your joy. It takes 100 rupees to feed one child and 3,000 rupees to feed him for a full year. Should you wish to make a monetary donation, you can make one through www.rotibank.in. www.rotibankindia.org or hashtag Roti Bachao Bhuk Mitao. Thank you very much. Namaskar.